He's an NBA champion and has become a great host of podcasts, the Talking Blazers and the Road Tripping podcast. Channing Frye, welcome to the Odd Couple, brother.
What's up,
man? Thanks for having me.
We are great to have you. Look, we know your birthday Saturday, or Sunday. Happy birthday. And we're going to give you a gift of coming at you hard on the Odd Couple, all right?
That's right.
Yeah, perfect.
Now, you have said that, correct me if I'm wrong, but you say you've never had Jordan as the GOAT. You've had LeBron and Kobe and Tim Duncan all ahead of him, and you don't think players would want to play with Jordan today. Talk to us about all that.
First, start with just why he's not the GOAT.
Why he's not the GOAT? Tell us, first of all, why he's not the GOAT.
My personal opinion, right, is that for me, growing up, I felt like Jordan was the originator of everything that we have now, right? I was always tall. For me, I looked up to players that were like me, right? I respect him, and if, for me, he is either 1A or 1B, always in that discussion. But if we're talking about players that I have played against, that I have seen, that I have physically, gone to battle against, it would have to start with guys like LeBron, like
But wait
Kobe,
a minute. Wait a
So
minute.
it sounds
Channing.
like you backing down
Channing,
a
you're
little.
backpedaling.
No.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on, Channing.
He's just not my.
Hold on. But just say, forget about who you played with. We're talking about
overall.
basketball overall. When you look at his statistics, you look at his championships, you look at everything that he's done, you're going to sit here and say that LeBron, who has lost more NBA finals than any other former regular season MVP in the history of the league, is better than Michael Jordan. Please help me, because I don't get it.
To me, I think he is 1A or 1B, and I've always said that. I never said he was better. I said he is 1A or 1B. You can't go wrong with either one of them. But number one, he's my teammate. Number two, I played against him and played with him. And that's
so you can't be honest about him?
it.
You can't be honest, even if he was your teammate? You couldn't be honest?
Couldn't be honest. I mean, that's the whole point. What I found out about this Jordan-LeBron thing is no matter what scenario you come up with, it's almost impossible for anyone. Like somebody today literally cussed me out saying, you don't think Jordan would score 50 points in this league? I said, no. I don't think he would have scored 50 points. Would I think he would have been up there with the James Harden and the Kevin Durant? Absolutely. Do I think he would be unstoppable in the playoffs? Absolutely. But for a man to average 50 points, these are like hypothetical scenarios.
50 is ridiculous. Yeah, 50 is ridiculous.
He dominated his era. He created a door for everybody that's playing now, right, that wouldn't have had it without him. That is hands down, that is always going to be his. But for me, when it comes to who I played against, who I've watched, I think it's up there with the guys that I played against, and that's Kobe, LeBron, Tim Duncan. I even have, to be honest, me as a big man who I've had to guard, Dirk Nowitzki. But see, that's not the popular opinion. But I didn't play against Jordan. I watched Jordan when I was 9 and 10 years old.
Well, now, Channing, with all due respect, you're now in the media business.
Right.
And so you're going to have – I never saw Bill Russell play. But
I'm
ranking him.
That doesn't mean
I studied his game and all. But yeah, I'm ranking him. I'm Wilt Chamberlain. You
do your homework and research.
But how can you rank him fairly? Like I played against 05 Shaq and D Wade. Well, I thought D Wade was it, right? I remember when other guys around the league where I thought were absolutely amazing. How can I rank Bill Russell when the league wasn't anything like it is now?
No, but that doesn't
go by people. I have to go by what people tell me.
You look up numbers, you look up stories, you do the research,
and
you look at film.
Here's the other pushback from me, is nobody would want to play with Michael Jordan, but you got LeBron James, who couldn't get anybody.
Different.
Hold on. Who couldn't get anybody. Just hear me out.
Good argument.
Nobody wanted to come to Cleveland. Couldn't get anybody to come to Cleveland, so he had to go to Miami.
Right.
Paul George turned him down twice. Kyrie won a championship with him, requested a trade away from supposedly the GOAT because he didn't want to play with him. And Kawhi Leonard had a chance to join AD and LeBron in his hometown of Los Angeles with the storied franchise Lakers and still decided to go to Clippers rather than go to LeBron to play with LeBron. And you're saying that nobody would want to play with Michael?
Now listen, obviously this is a barbershop argument because you're taking this to the nth degree. When I said nobody want to play with him, we're talking about half the league is not veteran-made teams. Half the league is under 25 years old. If you look at most of Jordan's teams, those were grown men, right? Jordan ran the league at the time. Not saying that he wouldn't run the league or wouldn't be top 2 best player in this league now, but Jordan's tactics would definitely have to change. Also, take into effect, Jordan played in a triangle. And the last time we saw the triangle get implemented with young guys without Jordan, it did not work in New York. So
the triangle hasn't worked anywhere without Jordan. Exactly. I mean, or Kobe.
Okay.
It didn't work in Dallas with Jay Kidd, Jimmy Jackson.
When I made that statement, that is what I was thinking about. Jordan's system. Jordan needed specific players
That's
to
not
be
what you
successful.
said.
That's what I meant. That's what I was thinking.
That's not what you said. When you said nobody would want to play with Jordan, and obviously things are different now, and I agree with that. I agree. You wouldn't be able to call everybody H's and B's, so I get that. But a chance to play with greatness. If LeBron is that guy, he's had fewer people wanting to pony up with him.
You're making it a LeBron Jordan thing. I was specifically talking about Jordan, and from watching the thing, I said, listen, these young fellas right now could not deal with that. Neither could the coach. You couldn't, like some of these guys can't get coached hard, and you know that for a fact. You're around. It's not the same as it is in the 90s. So for me to say nobody want to play with him, obviously that's a blanket statement. But he could fit into some places. He would have to go to vet teams. He may have to go to San Antonio. He may have to go to Toronto, Miami, L.A.
Michael Jordan would work any team that he went on.
Channing,
are you kidding me? You think you can put Jordan on the Knicks? You can put Jordan on the Knicks.
The Knicks today? The Knicks right now, the young roster. He would even. Here's what you would do with Jordan, because Channing, at some points, Jordan did have young players. I mean, Scottie Pippen was a young player. Horace Grant was a young player. Charles Oakley was a young player. B.J. Arms, they weren't. Yeah, once they started winning, they became veterans, but they were young. If you put Jordan in New York, and I talked to Charles Oakley yesterday, he said Mike wasn't. When Mike first got to Chicago, he wasn't going off on teammates like he did ultimately later on. So, and I think, and first let me say this. I understand you've been getting some nasty texts and DMs because of this, but I want to, that's terrible. You know, it's very unfortunate, and we don't roll like that.
This is just a sports debate.
Right. We support you fully, and that stuff is terrible if people are coming at you like that because of this.
That's fine, Chris. These arguments like this, I could do this all day, right? I don't have a hard stance, right? I'm not like LeBron is number one, Jordan is not. That is not at all what I've ever said. That's not me as a person. I just like who I like. I'm always going to roll with Bron just because he was my teammate, and I've seen his body of work. For me,
well, let me ask you this. We saw how Jordan led and became ultimately. Tell us, I mean, you know, with some detail if you can, what is LeBron's leadership like? I mean, we've heard some things, but give us as a teammate, what was it like?
LeBron's his leadership is literally about be ready at any point. I think LeBron's greatest attribute is how good he makes the other players and how dangerous he makes them. Where I think that differentiates from Jordan was, and at the time, they're running a different system, all that kind of stuff. Jordan was literally unstoppable. And when you had to double team him or you didn't go send guys at him, he would score 40, 50, 60, 70 points. Where Bron, on the other hand, gets everybody going and is one of the best facilitators, if not the best facilitator, ever. If I want to use the word ever, I'm probably going to get roasted for that. But I think what Bron does is he challenges you to be ready at any point. It's not like, oh, you're going to get 4 or 5 shots. It's like, hey, if you're hot, I'm going to find you. If you look at everybody who's played with him, they've had some of their best careers. And the only another guy that I can privy that to would be a guy like Steve Nash, Chris Paul, super big-time facilitators for their guys.
So
Did
how come
LeBron? How did he get guys ready? To your point, did he
pressure- the
yell
pressure
like
of winning.
Jordan?
Listen.
How does he? You know what I mean? Did he challenge guys like Jordan or what?
He's not as if based on just the movie, The Last Chance. LeBron is not a up in your face, yell at you guy all the time. He's not like that. But his competitive spirit and like he's in the gym. If you go at 6, he's there at 5:30. If you're staying late, he wants to do your workout. And like I remember, I was doing a big man workout. Corver was doing a shooting workout, and Tristan was doing a big man workout, and we're all at one after another. And I remember Bron did his workout and then did all of ours just to know what we were working on. Now, these are 30-minute workouts after a workout, after a practice. Then I remember during training camp, Bron is doing extra VersaClimber workouts before 2 days of training camp. Well, we had a ridiculous team at the time. So Bron's leadership comes from, listen, you're either going to come with me or you're getting off this ship. And I think we see what he did with the Lakers. I mean, I'm not, listen, none of this in this argument is taking anything away from Jordan. It was never my point to come across.
You're saying that
like
now. That's not the way it came across. You're saying that now.
But that's why we're talking. If it came across, I would say what I have to say. Like, I'm not worried about the
Do you have
backlash.
on tap
It's not like
shoes?
that.
Are you wearing tap shoes instead of sneakers? Because you're tap dancing through it now. Come on. And I'm going to call you Channing Small Fry because I think that you came up small on this pushback. You didn't have it. You didn't give us enough to make us believe that you fully believed that LeBron was better and Michael's not. Because now you're saying 1A and 1B. We don't play that on The Odd Couple. It's number 1 or number 2.
Did you listen to the podcast? There is no number 1 and number 2.
Yes, there is in this world. Yes.
No, there ain't. Listen, for you in your world, for me in my world, there's a 1A and 1B.
There's no such thing. Go to the numerals. There's no 1A and 1B.
Which one's 1A?
That's right.
So number 1. Channing, great stuff. Look, you see what I deal with every day. I'm the nice one on The Odd Couple. Rob will go at your throat. But great job, man, and happy birthday on Sunday.
Yes,
and
happy
look,
birthday.
we want to get you back on. Seriously, you do a great job, man. So
Anytime,
we want to get you back on. All right, brother.
Anytime.
Peace.
I'm going to see you.